This is Lee with 82 Game and 12 here on Sons of Liberty 75, and this will be video 44 of my Talavera comparison. The last video, I ended the Napoleonic Brigade or Battle series with MMP and the Gamers. And so now we've moved on to Napoleon's Quagmire, part of Kevin Zucker's library of the Library of Napoleonic Battles. And so we're at the 1 o'clock turn. And okay, and they've got artillery cover fire. So this is for retreating units. You can disrupt the enemy's ZOCs, okay, if you have artillery within range. So we've got mobile defense, aid to camp, which basically saves a leader that would normally be captured or killed. And then we have the artillery cover fire. So I think we're going to use this one for movement, not for the mobile defense, but for the movement. Okay, so it's infantry can move 4, cavalry can move 6, unless it's light cavalry. So, and of course, this card is not going to count. Victory point wise with the cards, the French are at a -2, and the British are at a -2 at the present time. So, all right, so let's see. Joseph, of course, puts his own units in command. So, of course, his units are in command, but the rest of these guys are going to have to roll. And since they are out of supply, their initiative or officer rating, okay, goes down. They just called it an initiative rating. So we're starting with Milhad. He's got a 4. And so we need to roll it's going to be actually a 3 because of out of command, out of supply. Rolled a 4, so he's going to be out of command. He's not going to be able to do anything except for this is something that's changed. I picked up Napoleon in the quadrilateral, and noticed that there was a change to units that are out of command. If, let's see, if they have an enemy unit within a certain number of hexes, I believe, then they're able to move 1 hex. That, of course, is not in the rules that I have here with this game. Let's see. I know that was one of the things that the Thursday Night Gamers were doing, and I guess Mr. Zucker decided to use that and add it to the rules. So let's see. In the old rules, a unit could only move if they pass a initiative check. Of course, they can't advance after combat. And with the rules that I've got, that's not something that... Okay, so Bill Hod is out of command. Let's go to the next one. Let's see here. Where's my tweezers at? Let's move this. Okay, so we're going to go with Sebastiani here. Let's, we can close in on him. Okay. So he has a 4, but because he's out of, he's demoralized for one thing. He has a -1 to his initiative. Rolled a 6, so he's going to be out of command. Just going to put this on top of him. And, of course, Victor, we're going to check him. Now, he, of course, is going to also have a -1 because all of the French are out of supply. I rolled a 1, so he will be in command. So, I'm just going to put that on top of him. And then we go out here to Latour, Morbourg. And I already talked about my disappointment with the Napoleonic, the Napoleonic battle series, in the way that they rated especially they rated the cavalry officers for the French. The French had some of the best. They had the best cavalry officers of the entire Napoleonic age. And so with them being rated with a 1, that I just have such a hard time grasping that, due to the fact that from my own reading and research, it doesn't make sense, especially when you've got them rated with Spanish officers. They got the same rating as Spanish officers. So Kevin Zucker and his team do an excellent job of research and applying not only the research of the history, okay, of the battle, but also applying how those leaders performed during the campaign, during these battles. And that is used to determine what initiative to give these officers, and also to give the commanders their command points. So, okay, so Latour, can we see him? Now we can. Okay. He's got a 4, but -1 for the being out of supply. Okay. And of course, we've got another in command here. So, okay, so the next thing is just to check to see if there's any any of these units that are out of command of their officer. And it looks like possibly this unit here is beyond Victor's. Okay, Victor here is the officer of 1st Corps. So these units up here are his, and then this artillery unit over there, plus all these guys he's stacked with. And his range, command range, it's only 4. So, 3. A commander has 4 hexes, an officer has only 3. So, this unit is out of command. And I'd have to roll for that unit. And then this cavalry unit, let me see, I guess, yeah. You couldn't see that, could you? I had you blocked out. This unit here, here's Victor. Okay, that artillery unit is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away, so he's out of command. So that's why I marked him like this. And then this cavalry unit is in command, but this unit is not. So I've got to mark him. Okay. So those two can actually attempt to move with their initiative. But that's going to happen after the units that are in command move. So, and so let's go with who we have for sure that we know can move, which is going to be, get a little closer here to Latour up here. Let's see what he wants to do. There's these guns down here. So Latour here, well, actually, this is his. That's his. That's Latour's cavalry. So that is in command. What throws you off is the color of these two units look very similar. Okay, but if you look close, this is 1st Corps. This is 1st Cavalry. So 1st Cavalry, and this is 1st Corps. So that's kind of what threw me off a little bit. Okay, so there's this Spanish horse guns here, but Payne with heavy cavalry and light cavalry look pretty enticing here to swoop down and try to eliminate them. But because they're out of supply, they're not able. You can't have cavalry charges. That's one of the things that, due to basically you're demoralized when you're out of supply. So you can't advance after combat. Cavalry can't charge. Units in chateau hexes do not receive the benefits. And then when you're doing a reorganization, there's a chance that you're going to have those units become eliminated instead of being reorganized. So, you know, that's really going to affect quite a bit. So, all right, Latour here, we take a look at what he's got. Okay, so he's got these are probably dragoons. So he's got a total strength of 6. I could actually look it up to see what. Let's see what they actually are. I think it's kind of interesting to know what type of cavalry Latour has. Well, I guess it's not gonna. Let's see. Yeah, dragoons. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dragoons. So, I think we can cut him off. So, Latour, they're going to move. Of course, they can move 6. So 1, 2, and then this one here is going to move right there. All right. And, of course, he's in command, so leave that there. Okay. Now let's go down here to Victor. I don't think Victor's he's had some difficulty moving, being in command. So, some of y'all that are playing maybe under the new rule book, you may be wondering why I'm not applying that rule where you can still move 1 hex. Well, it's not in this rule book that I've got with this game. So, and I haven't been playing that way through all of these turns. So I don't want to change. So if you see that, just know, hey, I'm playing under the older rule book. So, so we need to try to get a push here somewhere. Whether it be Bassincourt here, and Bassincourt, okay, oh, he's 5th. Okay. Excuse me. I was thinking that possibly Bassincourt was demoralized, but no. It's 2 and 3 that's demoralized. If the French can eliminate or push back Bassincourt, they can possibly outflank Wellesley and his British forces here. So we're going to attack Bassincourt. He's pretty weak here. He's got that artillery unit, and then he's got these 2 infantry. I guess that's battalions or brigades. brigade. So, all right. So, Baras. That's 7. Let's see what we've got here. We've got artillery. If we bring in that cavalry, we can possibly get a bonus. So these guys are going to move into here. This cavalry is going to move here. That's 1, 2, and then move here. And let's see here. I can actually, well, I'm going to have to go into here to draw off these guys here. And then let's see what we've got here. Okay, so we've got Solignac. Okay, they're going to move in here. 1, 2. And so artillery units are going to move right into here. And what do I do with Victor? Victor's going to stay with the artillery. And then, okay. Now let's move down here to Joseph. He's in command. And let's see here. Well, they can get a bonus by moving all of these units in there. So, all right, we're going to move this infantry in right there. Then we're going to move in one of the cavalry units. So that's 1, 2. And then this artillery unit, 1, 2, 3, moves in there. Okay. And Joseph stays right there. All right. I got to check here about these artillery units, make sure that, yeah, they can move there. This unit here, I'm going to try to roll to see if they can move with their initiative. So they have a 3, but that gets reduced down to a 2 because out of supply. Roll a 6, so no. They stay out of command. Okay, so now we go to the combat phase. We don't have to worry about the line of sight. We don't have, well, we might have some cavalry that want to, no, we're not going to have any cavalry that are going to be able to retreat. Then we have their artillery reaction fire steps. So the non-phasing player executes bombardment. Counter battery fire, 13-5. Of course, that's something that I think also the Thursday Night Gamers came up with. I really like their videos. I don't know that they're doing them anymore. I think COVID, if they're doing them, I don't know what where they're how you get to them. It used to be on YouTube. Okay, so if you fire into a hex that has artillery, then you're going to have the strength of your artillery is going to be, of course, to be halved. So that's what the counter battery is about. All right, so any of the artillery, okay, that is adjacent to a unit that's an enemy unit, they're not going to be able to fire. They've got to fire in the combat that they're going to have. So we do have this Spanish horse guns over here, and at a strength at a range of 3, they're halved. So I don't think they're going to have enough strength to fire. Yeah. It'd have to be closer. All right, so those units can't fire. Now let's take a look at what's underneath Wellesley, because I think there's some artillery there. So if we look here, oh yeah, Sillery, Elliott, Hasey. So that's strength of 3. Okay. So they are going to fire at, let's say, I think they can actually fire. Yeah. This is an issue here. I've been firing over the top of my own units. You know, I just, at this scale, I don't see an issue with that. But the rules, if you look at the line of sight rules, if I can find it. you can't fire over friendly units. Okay, so of course you can't fire here, and it can't fire here because there's 2 units there. So can't fire into the woods. So that's something that I've been allowing artillery to do, and I shouldn't be. So the issue here is whether or not these artillery units here can fire at these battalions or brigades, not battalions, but brigades over here, these French La Plaine, and Solignac. Now, this friendly unit is on one side of the firing line, but the other side's open. So they could, I'm going to say they can fire at these guys, and that's what they want to do. These small counters really make it difficult for me. All right, so we got a strength of 3. And I'm using this, this is an older, it's the Thursday Night Gamers Artillery House Rules. And they've got a bombardment table here that shows, well, let's see. Should be like suppression and stuff like that on here. But that -1 is reduces a unit's initiative. So ooh, I rolled a 6. So a 6 is going to be a DR. So that's going to force these French units back, which is going to help because they go back 1. Now these units have to attack here and here, or they've got to change something else, like maybe just use the cavalry unit to attack here, and they may have to do that. All right, so let's see what else we've got. Portigo doesn't have any. These guys can't fire because even if they had any, they don't have, I don't think they've got any artillery. Yeah, they do, but they can't fire from the orchard. So, this guy, there's artillery here, but they're being attacked, so they can't fire. All right, so let's look down here. Along the river Tahoe, or Teos. Here, we've got artillery that's right here that can fire at these units here. So, strength of 1, they're going to have to get a 6. You got a 5. Well, even with a 5, that's a -1. Let's see if I have a marker for that. I thought I had one here that was a not a demoralization, but something else. Let's see. Pretty sure I had something here that would have been used. Let's see. It might be in a different set. And I think it is. Let me look at this other. It's a suppression marker. So I guess I'll put that on. Yeah, which isn't really going to affect anything at the present. So, all right, so that's all of the reaction fire. Now, we move to attack declaration and bombardment. So let's move back up here. All right. So here, these units here are going to attack here. Up here, these guys are going to attack here. These guys will attack here. This cavalry unit will attack here. And then Latour's division is going to attack Payne. And then artillery-wise, bombardment, we've got Victor. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Strength of 4. Okay. And they're going to fire here at Stewart. Try to, well, see, he has to attack both here and here at the present time. So let's try to knock these guys back so that Cassignay and the other brigade doesn't have to attack 2 hexes. Okay, strength of 4. Rolled a 3. That's not going to. Well, it does suppressing. I'll just use this suppression from down here because I'm not going to need it there. So these guys are going to be suppressed. And let's go to the combat. All right, so the first one I want to do here is going to be up here with Latour. Let's scoot up there. All right, so Latour has a total of 6 attacking Payne, who's got 4. Heavy cavalry and light cavalry. So we've got 6 to 4. That's going to be 1 to, let's see, 1.5 to 1. So roll a 3. That's going to be a DR, and he's not going to be able to escape. He's in enemy Zoc anyway, which way he goes. So they're going to be eliminated. Oops. then these guys would all go into that hex. So, Pain, Fane, and Cotton are all gone. So that's 4. We've already got one that's gone. I guess we really need to roll to see if Pain was captured. No. But he doesn't have anybody on the board. So I'll put him down here with Anson. These 2 units are going to be eliminated. They didn't have anywhere to go, but I can still roll for her. So we got a total of 6, which means they're going to be demoralized. Okay, so next we're going to go here and here, this cavalry unit here. Okay, against Bassencourt. So we've got 2 to 1. 5 says shock. So we've got a shock. So, oh, we don't advance here. We can't advance. So, okay, so shock. The French unit is going to be initiative of only a 3. So, okay, the French rolled a 6, so they get to add 2. So that'll become a 5. And the coalition rolled a 3, they get to add 1. So it's 5 to 3. Okay, that's a DR. So they've got to retreat. And we roll for Bassencourt. No, he's not captured. Can advance, cannot advance. Okay, now we go Bataille versus Coppens and Jacomi. So that's 7. And here we've got 7, 3 and 1. That's 11. 11 to 7. 1.5 to 1. A 4. That's a DR. So they move back. Of course, they can't advance. They cannot advance. And then here we've got 12. But he's got to attack both those hexes. So he's got to attack this hex here, which is 7. And over here, that's 8. So that's 15. That's going to be 1 to 1.5. It was 6. Okay. 1 to 1. This attacker has to retreat 2. Wow. So 2 there. Okay, now let's go down here to Joseph. Okay, so the Parquet has 2 artillery units, and that's it. They're demoralized, so that's a strength of 2. Here we got 5, and they're in the open. They're not in the orchards. 5, 6, 7. That's 12. Plus, they have the combined arms. So 12 to 2, that's 6 to 1. It's overkill is what it is. 4. Wow. DR2. And then we roll to see if we capture. Nope. So they've got to retreat 2. They can't advance though. And that's it. That's all of the French turn. And I'm going to stop there. I got some things I got to take care of, and so I'm going to stop right there at the 1 o'clock turn, and it's going to be the coalition's activation. This battle here could actually go either way. Yes, we've got quite a few losses from 4th Corps, but you know the chance of some alternate reinforcements coming in could really sway this battle, and so the French really should be pushing to find, but to get those alternate reinforcements. Because if they can get the 5th Corps, Mortier's Corps, that's a large corps. So, but this is still anyone could end up claiming victory off of this one. So come on back, see what happens. Next video I'll just pick up right here and we'll finish this hour, and then we'll be moving and take a looking at La Bataille and see what kind of situation we've got there. The kind of grim for the French. Over there, but here things are not that bad for either side at the present. So we'll just have to wait to see what happens. So appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next video.